Welcome back to KeeperRL. I'm Hoosfoos and today we are returning to our Mastering KeeperRL series. Editor Hoos here. I configured OBS incorrectly, so you won't see mouse clicks or key presses this time. I've fixed it for next time. Thank you for your understanding. As I talked about last time, are trying to get another 450 experience, and the battle with the dwarves downstairs didn't get us any experience, so really what we need to do is go out on the map and fight some villains. Before we do that though, I want to prepare our base. So we're going to start by getting into making a prison. We'll also make a little area for our guys to hang out when they're not doing anything else. That will help them with morale. To get started on that, before I get into prisons, if you go over here to the help, there is help on capturing prisoners, and it explains it very nicely. Like I said, or I think in the first episode, there's quite a bit of help in the game over here. It's just that the game is so deep and rich and complicated that there's no way all of it could be documented. So I do recommend you read these things. They are very valuable and are probably going to cover things at least in a different way from the way I do. Also, you can find out every single beast in the game, every single item in the game, and every single spell school. I intentionally don't look at these things because I like to discover stuff. Like, for example, just looking at spell schools, I now know there's something called chickenmancy, which makes me think, oh my god, I want to become a chickenmancer. So I'm going to avoid looking at that stuff. So let's start by setting up a prison. And a prison is what you use to capture guys and then potentially convert them to your side, but prisoners can also do manual labor for you. Sort of like your imps. So we're going to put our prison here, because if you've ever lived in a town with a prison, or where somebody's proposing to put in a prison, you know that nobody likes to have a prison in their backyard. So we're not going to put it near our quarters, because this is where our guys that we love are going to be, and we want them to be happy. So we're going to make a little prison here. We're going to dig all this stuff out. We'll leave this corridor here. Let's take a look, though, to see what goes on in a prison, or what resources it takes. The way this works is you have to drop down these prison tiles to make it a prison, and you also have to enclose it with prison bars and a prison door. The torture table can be used to convert prisoners to your side. The gallows, as you might imagine, can be used to hang prisoners, to discipline them, or to just get rid of people. And then the beast cage is for animal prisoners. We're going to let our imps dig this stuff out when they get around to it. Oh, let's speed it up, please. Okay, here comes... No, where are our imps? Guys, can you get on the ball here, please? Oh, since we're here, just a second. Get out of there. So, if you remember last episode, we were controlling Yeoman Johnson, and we found Elven Archer and freed him from the dwarves. And so what that did was it automatically added Elven Archer to, or created a team led by Yeoman Johnson and added Elven Archer to that team. So we don't need this team at all. So we're going to just disband them, so it's not confusing later. We will, however, add Elven Archer to this team, and let's just make sure Elven Archer is equipped the way we want. So can we assign gear? So we're going to need... Oh, Elven Archer doesn't even have a bow. They didn't come with a bow. Of course they didn't come with a bow. Why would you give your prisoners a bow? So we're actually going to take Elven Archer out of here for a minute. We are going to schedule some more stuff to be made at the forge so that they have some stuff to wear. We don't need to give them a shield because eventually they're going to have a bow. And the fact that they had nothing, let's give them a sword for now. The fact that they had nothing means we really need more equipment in our colony. So we have to be a little bit careful. We do have 707 iron, but we're going to be using, as you saw, we're going to be using some of that for our prison. So the imps are digging this stuff out. We'll start, per usual, by putting torches in here. And then what we're going to do is go to the prison, and we are going to put down prison bars. We'll put a door on our prison once... I don't think we can put it on until those... Yeah, we can't do it until the bars are made or put in place. We're going to go ahead and mark this whole thing prison. And that's going to take a bunch of iron. The number of prison tiles that you have dictates how many prisoners you can have. You also want to be careful having too many prisoners or having too many more prisoners than you have population, because then a prison break can occur. And the game will warn you if you're at risk of a prison break. Let's go ahead and prioritize this stuff so that we can put it in our door. And we also, actually, hold on. We want to... I'm going to pause for a second. I made a little bit of a mistake here. What we want is a torture table. Oh no, it can go on top of the prison tile. That's right. And I think we should put in a gallows. And I think the gallows should go... We're going to make a special space for the gallows. And actually, should the torture table be in the prison? I'm not sure. Stylistically, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yes, let's pick up the pace here. We're actually going to remove that torture table, that scheduled torture table, and we're going to make a separate space for... I've never actually put the gallows or the torture table outside the prison proper, but we're going to find out if we can do it. I don't see why we couldn't, and I feel like stylistically it makes things better. Now, they forgot to put in the torches. We are going to put a torch in each of these corners, but we don't want we want it to be a little bit gloomy in here. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to move this. We're going to move the gravestone here from here, and we're going to put it over here because we want our prisoners to know that there is risk. We don't want them to be too happy in there. Let's mark this for fetching, because once we take out the storage, it won't be fetched automatically. So let's see. Let's come up with... Now we have our prison, by the way. So let's come up with a place... Yeah. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have a nice long corridor to our execution chamber. Our execution and torture chamber. Yes. We'll also prioritize that because I'm not a waiting kind of fellow. Who's doing this? Look at that. Subscribe. Right on the ball there. So while Subscribe's digging that stuff out, let's go ahead and make a leisure space. So, oops. Okay, we're going to go zone here. Leisure, you can see it says designate leisure zone where minions will hang out when they have nothing to do. So this can actually boost their morale. We're going to do it like this. Should we do this whole room? What do you think? Sure, let's do this whole room. And then we're going to put a fountain here. Look, see, they're running around in there because they like it. And so look, see the little musical notes? They're singing. Isn't that nice? And then we're going to put a dining table for them so they can eat over here in the corner. That'll help them. That'll make them happy. See, it says here, a place for humanoids to eat. And a place to eat for non-humanoids. We don't have any non-humanoids yet. We will probably put that in there. At some point, we're going to want to acquire undead, vampires or what have you. And to do that, we need coffins. I was thinking normally I will put a bed and a coffin in the same room. But I think we're going to have a separate little area for our coffins this time. Aha. Let's do a torch here, but we don't want our death room, our execution chamber, to be particularly well lit, I think. So let's go ahead and put... Let's see if we can do this. I've never tried to put it outside. Yes, okay. There. Actually, wait. The torture table shouldn't be there. The torture table should be here. Nope. Torture table should be in the back of the room. In fact, we should have 3 of them. And then we're going to have a gallows. Oh, what we do need is beast cages, because we definitely want to capture animals, because they can be our mounts. We'll put 1 more there. And I think we're going to go for a standing torch in here, because it adds to the atmosphere. Maybe we should put paintings on the walls to make it so, you know, like maybe when people are killed. Or we can have gruesome pictures on the walls. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. So, this is our leisure space. See, look, they're all hanging out. They're having a great time. Look at that. They're singing and dancing, and this will boost morale. let's actually look at somebody. Who's in there? Who do we have in there? Do we see... Okay, our archer's in there, so let's take a look at our archer. Happy, see that? Makes the creature more efficient in training and work, so that helps. Because they hang out in their leisure area. Oh, a wolf companion. I like those. But sometimes the howling gets out of control. So, okay, so we've got this stuff here, the leisure area. We've got our prison all set to go. And I think we should go out on the map. Yeah, let's go out on the map. Let's pick somebody. So here's the map of Hod. These are, like I said at the beginning, the red ones are the main villains, or the ones with the red circles are the main villains. The ones with the yellow circles are the lesser villains, and you can see that from the tooltip. The white thing is where you are, and also your home site, so it'll always stay white. And then these cottages or they're little outbuildings and things like that that are, they're not any particular type of villain. The other thing you'll notice when you hover over these things is, see, the tree spirit says experience 3. The knights don't actually have experience, which I'm not quite sure I understand. The unicorn has experience 6. The lizard men have experience 9. So these experience things are supposed to be a shorthand indication of how difficult this opponent is. So these tree spirits are supposed to be pretty easy because they're experience 3. It's not related to how much experience you get from killing those guys. +8 defense against humans, pretty neat. Okay, so let's go out on the map. Let's go kill somebody. Because that's what we're here for. Do we have anybody we need to add? No. Do we have anybody we want to acquire? No. I do like getting the wolf companions. Let's grab our team. We're going to control Walrus, and we're going to go out on the map for our first attack. Let's go do those tree spirits. In my experience, the tree spirits are actually pretty tough, so let's see how we do against them. Oh, so the way I do this is, in order to go out on the map, you need to have a team, be in control mode of some sort. You open the map from this thing. There's also a hotkey for it. And then you just click on whoever you want to go to. In our case, we're going to go tree spirits, and then you just say confirm. And now we are on the map of the tree spirits. It's just like auto teleportation there. And then I always open up this bigger map so you can see how many surprises there are on the map. And one of these is going to be the tree spirits. The rest will be other kind of lesser opponents. And we are down here in this corner. So we'll just go check these guys out. Usually when I'm on one of these maps, I like to use the arrow keys because it's very easy to accidentally find yourself in some trouble. Okay, we're going to knock on this door. Hello? Aha! Insta-kill. Look at all this stuff. We bash the wooden doors, destroy the goblin warrior, reads a vulgar limerick, and then the elf's defense wanes. That's this elf, because we didn't bring our elven archer with us. The cow's defense wanes, the horse defense wanes. We killed all these animals right away. There's gross stuff here. If you look up here, you can see elf corpses and horse corpses. Okay, that guy is shooting us, that bastard. He's also, this elven archer is the tribe leader. So we're going to try to kill them with Walrus. Oh, we could order their capture. No, we're going to take this one out. But you'll see, when I hover over it, I can right-click and I can order capture. Now that we have a prison, that wouldn't show up unless we had a prison. Oh, it healed itself. But I killed them, and look at this. Walrus is now an elven archer slayer. He's got 4 titles. What a stud. We're going to assume our priest will heal us. Yes, they just did. So now we click back here. There's some more question marks here. We're around here. I think what we'll do is go over here to, I guess that would be the west. I made the big map. Oh, no, there's a tree spirit. Okay, hold on. We have, uh-oh, what happened there? Hold on a second. Aha, I did Shift M to bring up the messages. The tree spirit is blind. The effect is permanent. Good. So what I had noticed was the effect is permanent. This is a terrible message to see for your guys, because this usually is they've gone blind or they've collapsed because they've lost a leg or something like that. But that was them, and we don't care. In fact, that guy is dead. So that effect is also, death is also permanent in this game. Actually, I'm not sure that's true, come to think of it. Let's see if we can take out this leader. Nope, somebody else did it. The goblin shaman is more experienced. The cyclops spirit curses the tree spirit. The tree spirit's arm is chopped off. Okay, let's go look at our goblin shaman. Where are you? Where are you? Here you are. You are... See, that Lorzug is the Tree Spirit Slayer. In the lower right-hand corner, I'm looking. Wow. Okay, so we haven't defeated all the Tree Spirits yet. Because we didn't get the notice, but... Oh, there's one. But we did defeat the leader. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, I almost screwed it up. Look at that. Walrus is seriously wounded. Okay, that was dangerous. Okay, we've got this branch of Archwood. Archwood is a very valuable resource, but we're going to go ahead and loot later. So there's still a tree spirit around here. What are they? Hello, tree spirit. Don't avoid us. Oh, I saw something shoot out of the woods at us. Where are you, tree spirit? There's a deer. I'm sure somebody's going to kill that deer. Where is the tree spirit? Oh, there it is. There it is. Somebody's riding it. Look at that. Look at that. This is a tree spirit. It's slowed, and there's a hostile civilian child on it. So we are child murderers. There's another one. Death to children. Okay, the tribe of tree spirits is destroyed. So now we're going to get the experience associated with defeating them. Now, all the rest of these smaller question marks, these smaller surprises, they will also give us experience. So we're going to try to finish off everybody on this map before we go back to our base and presumably level up. Okay, everybody catch up, please. We have a few too many wizards for my taste. I like warriors. Oh, shoot. You know, should we order this guy's capture? Oh, they're pretty good at the jewelry table. We haven't built a jewelry table yet because we don't have the technology. No, let's kill this guy. Goodbye. Oh, okay. I want to capture this horse. So we're going to order this capture. This will give us a steed. Okay, so the horse is knocked down. As long as it's not bleeding. Yeah, so it's not bleeding, so it should be fine. So it'll stay unconscious for 298 turns. If we don't leave here within 298 turns, I think it will just die. Which is, you know, going to make it hard for it to be a steed for us, as you might imagine. Oh, and then I killed it trying to knock on the door, so that steed is done. Okay, we destroyed that tribe of elves. We'll get some other steeds some other time. Let's just... Thought there was one more. No, there's one more here, and then there's... Yeah, okay, let's go up here. Okay, let's look around. Okay, somebody's up here. Everybody catch up, please. And you can see if you watch the hotkeys that I'm hitting space to... Okay, Elven Archer. I'm hitting space to just let people catch up to pass my turn. Okay, another Elven Archer Slayer. Oh, he already had that title. I wasted that title on Walrus. I almost called Walrus Hoosfoos. That was ridiculous. Okay, we can also capture this cow, but they can't be a steed, so instead we're just going to go ahead and kill him. Now, we haven't killed this entire tribe. Where... Hello? Hello? Oh, I think I saw somebody. Oh no, is that one of our spirits? That's one of our spirits. Oh, okay, and then you'll notice I also, you see these hash lines. I walked off the edge of the map, and so it shows the big map. Oh wow, look how expanded the map is. As you explore more, your map area, or your known area of the map, will expand. Okay, I didn't even see that guy, but we killed him. So now that tribe is done. That's a little more experience for us. We should have 2 more surprises. One up here, one here. So let's see if we can find a bridge. You can cross shallow water, but I like to take bridges. Yes, there's a bridge right there. We're going to get some good loot, too. Oh, okay. Look, Walrus is taking damage. Let's heal him. Somebody's shooting at us. We're going to... Oh, boy. Okay, guys. I don't like this. Let's switch to full control mode. And Walrus, we're going to pass your turn. You've already healed. Don't you have mass heal? You do have group heal. The area effect is only 2. Nope, I take it back. We're going to switch back to leader mode. And we're going to work our way up here. Somebody's shooting at us. I don't like it. Yes, you are going down, you bastard. I killed that archer, which means we wasted the title, because that was the tribe leader. We wasted the title, but I was more concerned about the health of our minions than kind of optimizing for title acquisition. Okay, yeah. Okay, that tribe of elves is destroyed. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to switch leaders. I'm going to make... You're already an elven archer slayer. Why don't we move to this guy? You are Agron the Goblin Warrior. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to try to get Agron a title by killing what is presumably another elven archer. Oh no, ghosts. Oh. You know, I have a hard time with ghosts because I have never managed to get the "You've killed the tribe of ghosts" message. I'm not, you know, come to think of it, I'm not even sure I've ever seen a tribe leader for ghosts. And ghosts, as you might imagine, only exist in the daylight. It just so happens we're here in the dark. So that might be it, actually, because I don't think there are any more ghosts. I'm just going to wander around a little bit. Yeah, ghosts are a different kind of tribe, or they're not even really a tribe, they're a different kind of enemy. Okay, so that's everybody here. So we have a couple choices now. We can go to the map if we feel if we're feeling good. We can go to the map and just go to another enemy, another location. And as you can see, as I said, the map has expanded, so we can go up. See, we've located a white dragon. These islands are neat. We've located an ally here. The green circle means ally. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. But the other option for us is to disband, and that'll just send our guys home, which is what we're going to do. So we killed all these enemies. We did capture a horse. Okay. I'm not sure how I did that, because I think I killed that horse. Yeah, no, we did not capture the horse. It would show, if the prisoner were here, it would show up over here. Or if the horse were here, it would show up. So, first, oh boy, not only do we level up once, we leveled up twice. You can see we have 2 items available. First, let's pillage everything. We got archwood. Archwood is a super valuable crafting ingredient. You can make bows or staves from it. I tend to hang on to it until we can craft better stuff. And now I'm just going to pillage all these villages. Oh, elven swords. These are good for us where we are at our level. And we got short bows. So now our elven archer can join us in battle. A little gold. Yes, perfect. Okay, let's go equip. Before we level up, let's equip our... Where's our elven archer? There you are. So we're going to say assign gear. He's going to take an elven sword. We're going to... Oops. We're going to nix... See, I'm going to hit this little X here. We're going to nix the shield so that we can hit assign gear and it'll assign a short bow. A little bit unhappy that you're still wearing leather. What is the story there? Well, anyway, let's go. Everybody's going to return to base. That's kind of upsetting. Yeah, you guys are all wearing what we would hope. No, we are short on stuff. We are short on stuff. So let's go ahead and schedule some more stuff. Like, we need a couple swords. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. We got elven swords. We need... I'm going to make 2 of each item. Oh, not well. We'll make at least... Well, I'll make 2 iron shields. Okay, so we are pretty low on iron, but we should be okay. Let's take a look over here. This is... Oh, that's training dummy, sorry. The armor rack. There's a ton of stuff in the armor rack. I see 5 gloves, 6 helmets. Yeah, we don't need any of these guys. Oh, okay. This is what I was showing you last episode with our elven archer. This goblin shaman now has enough experience that they want their own luxurious quarters. And you can see it says requires personal quarters with a total luxury of 3. For reference, our elven archer's quarters only has a 2.8. So we're going to need to put some stuff in there. So why don't we start with... For this shaman. Oh, and let me show you what that means exactly. So here's the shaman that we were just talking about. He has 5 experience. And he has unrealized experience of 6.56. Let's assign him some quarters. Oh, look. Walrus painted this canvas. Let's assign some quarters to the shaman. And see... Yes, okay, check this out. So he requires more luxury in his quarters. 0.5 more, 3 in total. So this already has 2.5. Before we give him all the luxury that he's looking for, let's take a look here. So we gave them quarters, so now they have experience of 10. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. I wasn't sure what the cutoff number is. So as soon as you give them quarters, they can get up to experience level 10, and then anything beyond that, they need more luxury. So let's go ahead and give them the additional luxury they need. They need another 0.5. So first of all, the obvious thing we can do is give them a nice, fine bed. And I do like to put canvases over their beds. That's just how I roll. And maybe we start doing this where we just put canvases on each of these walls. I like that idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Canvases, if you recall, are free. And so people definitely use them just to stick in luxury. I like to decorate, like I've mentioned. And in fact, it's just iron, I believe. It's iron. We don't have a ton of iron, but I do think we're going to want to put these fine beds in here so that we're all set. This is usually how I do quarters. And so sometimes I don't even realize that somebody has got a bunch of experience until they get a ton of experience, because usually I'll just assign quarters. But I'm not doing that this time, because I want to play it slow so you guys can see how things go. We can get another shaman, but we don't want that shaman. So I'm going to pillage these humans. I'm not sure what happened there and where this showed up from. But we got goat corpses and some gold, so I ain't complaining. Okay, so our prison is set, our torture area and hanging area is set. We should probably put in a whipping post. See, this is a place to whip your minions if they need a morale boost. We can put that in the leisure area, I think. And what else do we want? Oh, of course, we need to level up. So what do we want to do? Well, I am a big fan of archery, so I think we're going to do that. And then it'll let me show you how I like to set up my archery room. I'm also a huge fan of jewelry, but I think we should do chicken breeding so that we can expand our population. So we have several... I'm actually a huge... You know what? I'm about to say I'm a huge fan of everything here. Because I am. I'm a huge fan of traps. They can really save your butt if you're attacked. Yeah, wow, there's so many... there's so many choices. Why don't we do archery? And I'll show you how I make my archery room, or training room. And I think we should do chicken breeding. So where should we put our chicken breeding? Oh, by the way, I put in these red forbid zones just to mark the edge of the map, just so I knew where it was. They're not really doing anything. They're just really there as a marker. Why don't we put our chicken coop... Where should we put our chicken coop? How about over here? Yes, we'll do something like this. And then the chicken coops need to be 4x4. And then they need fences around them. Well, they don't need to be 4x4, but that's how you maximize it. So we're going to have this dug out, and then I'll show you. And so the way you can tell that, by the way, is here's farming. So the chicken coop gives you increases population by 0.25 up to 4. So you need 16 spaces. And as I said in an earlier episode, you always want 16 squares of the whatever farming space you're doing. So for pigs, you want 16 and you'll get 8 population. For cows, you want 16 and you'll get 16. You want 16 squares and you'll get 16 population. So let's put in... Oh shoot, I actually need to dig it a little bit deeper. And I'll show you why in a second. We're going to leave this open. And then we're going to put in an animal fence to surround it all. This keeps the animals in, as you might imagine. And then I want to dig out one more. So that we have 16 inside here, and I can have the fence around it. Now, you don't need the fence if there's a wall here, but I'm actually going to... actually, come to think of it... Wait a moment. We want our people to be able to, whoops, excuse me. We want our people to be able to walk around and see their chickens. So let's give them some space here. And you know what? Maybe we leave this open. Yeah, I like it. Then we're gonna do the, where's farming? We're gonna do animal fences here. So we had a nice chicken area. It's not quite a coop, obviously. And then we will mark it chicken coop. So as soon as I do this, you'll start to see some chickens appear. And, hold on, before I do that, just a second. Okay, keep your eye on this population number up here. Oh, I can't, wait a minute, wait, can I do this simultaneously? We're going to chicken coop. And no, I can't do it. Okay, so, okay, our max population is 14. I can't do it, I can't show you it increasing, but it will increase. Now we're going to go here, and as soon as those get built by our imps, they will, this number will increase. There we go. There it is, and the chickens are appearing, and we should get 4 more, so it'll go up to 18. And there we go. Thank you, imps. Let's put a torch there, and a torch there, and maybe, oh, not there. And a torch there. You can put torches on the animal fences. I don't really know why that's the case. Let's put a torch there. Bagalk. And here we go. Here are our chickens. Well, this looks weird. How about we put one there and get rid of that one? And put one there and get rid of that one. This one also looks weird. Hold on. Poor design choices. And there they are. Bagalk. So that's the chickens. Now, let's do archery. So, if we look at training, you'll see there's an archery target. So let's put one down. It's going to cost us 12 wood, but we can get it. So see, actually, I'm not even going to put it down yet. So you can see that when you put down an archery target, you'll put it down. In fact, I'll put it down here. And what will happen is that green space, so over here, by this bookshelf, a potion shelf, this is where the archers needs to stand, and it can be 4 around. So you can see there, so it's basically 4 spaces between, 4 open spaces between the target and the, let me get rid of it, and the archer who's going to train. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an archery room that just has one target in the middle. I've done this a bunch of different ways in my playthroughs, so this is something I'm trying that's new, a new approach. So we're going to do, it's going to be 10 across, I believe. Yeah, 10 by 10, and with one archery target in the middle, and we'll see how well it works. So let's do that. So we're going to open it up, and we'll do, oh, we're going to get rid of that torch? Okay, fine. And then 10 by 10. Oh no, we're not going to be symmetric. Oh gosh, what am I going to do? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, we're going to open this up. Let me prioritize that, even though I don't think that imps are doing very much right now, so they would get to it anyway. Oh, you know what? It might need to be 11. Right? There's 4 in between, 8. Yeah, it's going to need to be 11. So let's make it 11. We'll do this and this. Oh, and that gives, oops, and that gives us some symmetry. Right, the reason it needs to be 11, you know, for those of you who don't feel like doing the arithmetic like I didn't earlier, is there's going to be the archery target in the middle, 4 each way, and then where the dude is going to stand. So let's double check our elven archer. Okay, look, check this out. Our elven archer has 0 training, 0 skill in archery. So as soon as we build this, the archer's going to come and train, so you'll get to see it right away. Let's throw in some torches, per usual. Get on it, imps. Let's go. And I'm going to wait till it's all dug out. before I put in the archery target, so hopefully you can get kind of the best view. And how much experience do we need? Oh, we just barely made it to level 5. Well, that was great. That was great. Okay, we'll do a few more torches. Very nice. Okay, okay, we could do that, I guess. I'm talking to myself about torch placement. Okay, all those torches are in. Now, we go to training room, archery target, we build this archery target, and it should fit if I did it right. I did do it right. So now, once that is built, let's prioritize. Oh, it actually doesn't even need to be prioritized because the imps are not doing anything. So now, we should be able to watch our elven archery. Look, they come right away. And so they're training. And so this is the kind of the perfect distance. Now, if you put in multiple targets, they won't shoot through each other. So, although maybe when they get high enough, because at some point when your archery is high enough, they can bypass allies. Although this guy has it right away. No, they actually won't. I know it for a fact. So I will frequently do, in the past, I've frequently done multiple targets in a line because I like the idea of them shooting from both sides. But we're trying just a single target because he's as inefficient as possible. But we're doing just a single target. I guess we could block it off and force him to never be able to move. Let's try that. What happens? Yeah, okay, we have the time. What happens if we throw in a hard rock here, here, and here? We prioritize it so it gets built. Let's see if he doesn't move. And he'll just keep shooting at the same... What happened? Come on, imps. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see? Much faster. Much more efficient. Look at that. But only one can train at a time. But yeah, he just leveled up. That's neat. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of those, though. It might not be obvious to you. It certainly wasn't to me. But once you put down rock, instead of saying remove construction, you actually dig it out. And it makes sense when you think about it. But... you know, it requires thinking about it, which is not something I'm always great at. So, our guy is leveling up. He should be level 2 now. And yes, I made it less efficient. But... oh, he can heal himself? Maybe because he's an elf? Yeah. Yeah, neat. Okay, I'm going to let him level up, although you don't need to watch that happen. Although he's about to do it. Look at him shooting those arrows. Very nice, huh? He's got an elven sword, in fact. Let's make sure all our warriors have elven swords. Let me see. Yes, like this priest doesn't need an elven sword. And this wizard doesn't need an elven sword. And I think that's all the elven swords we have. 2 warriors. You know what? Should we give this elven archer an elven sword? I don't think so. So only Schmog is stuck with one of our lame swords. Yeah, that's okay. We're okay with that. Are you done, Archer? No, you haven't leveled up. So there we go. So there we go. We made a bunch of progress this episode. These guys are hanging out doing their music. We've got some people leveled up. We went and got some knowledge. We built a prison. And so next time, we will continue with this. I'm not certain what we're going to do next, but probably it's going to involve a bunch of slaughter and butchery and all sorts of terrible things, because that's what Walrus is into. He told me that offline. And so thank you so much, as always, for your support. I love you very much. And please remember to have your pets spayed or neutered.